How many of you know the use of do and does in English correctly? If not, this video is for you. First of all, let me tell you, these two words, do and does, used to convey the similar meaning in English. So before we decode, let me tell you, this is used in simple present tense for conveying the similar meaning, whereas this can get changed according to the subject of a sentence, right? So before we get to examine these two words, could you all please try to solve this worksheet that I give you now? So let's see the answers. He does the job perfectly. We do it every day. They do it amazingly. I do it within no time. How do you feel now? Where to use does and do? Any idea? Yes. So we learn about does first. Does is used with the singular subjects. Now, what is singular subject? When the subject is only one person, animal or thing. Right? For example, he, she, or the names like Anne, Jack, Ross, all these are singular subjects because there is only one person. And we use does with these subjects. And if you want to give me examples and sentences for this, listen to me carefully. He does his homework, she does her homework, Anne does her homework, Jack does her homework, and Rose does her homework. Right? Do you remember Jack and Rose? Not that Jack and Rose here, okay? Right? So that makes it sure for you that we use the word does with the singular subjects. And how about the word do now? Where to use it? Yes, definitely. If does for singular, do for plural. And what are plural subjects? More than one person, right? More than one person, animal or thing, right? We'll make it a plural subject. So for example, this could be we, you, they, or as we said, Anne, Jack separate. Now this could be Anne and Jack and Rose, right? Or I and my friends. All these are plural subjects. And when the subject is plural, we will use do with that. And here are the sentences, for example, for you, right? So we do our homework. We are taking the same sentence. Don't get bored with the sentence because this is being taken for me to make it very clear for you that this is how it comes, right? So we do our homework, they do their homework, right? And what's left? I do my homework. And here there is a confusion when you say I do my homework and I is singular or plural. Remember, in present tense, I is given a special consideration so that we will only use do with that. This is considered as plural and then we use do with that, right? And Jack and Rose do their homework, right? Jack and Rose do their homework. Remember that very carefully, right? Subject is plural so that we use do with that. Now, could you try working on the worksheet that I provided you before the video, before the explanation, once again, and then make sure that you are able to manage with do and does. And now to the negative and interrogative forms. Apart from the use of these two words in affirmative sentences, we also use them in negative sentences and interrogative sentences. So what's a negative form of do? What's that of does? So do not, does not. Don't and doesn't are usually used in spoken, whereas do not and does not for your formal writings. Whereas coming to the use of do not, let's look at the examples, right? I do not do my homework, you do not do your homework, we do not do our homework, they do not do their homework. So do not and does not. They don't, right? They don't and then he doesn't or she doesn't. It doesn't. Anne doesn't. Jack doesn't. Ross doesn't. Likewise, I don't, you don't, they don't, we don't, right? Jack and Anne don't, right? You see, the subject is plural there. Jack and Anne, right? Jack and Rose don't, right? So make it clear that doesn't with the singular subject and don't with the plural subject. So the interrogative sentences, where do you place these two words in an interrogative sentence? There is a difference from that of affirmative and negative sentence, where we fix these two words after the subject. But here you have a slight change to that. You will place these two words in the beginning of a sentence, do and does. And this is quite sure for you that you use do for plural subjects and does for singular subjects. So here are the example sentences. Does he do his homework? Does she do her homework? Does Anne do her homework? Does Jack do his homework? And does Rose do her homework? Right? So what did we place in the beginning of a sentence? Does, right? And after that the subject, all singular, and then do, right? Does dash do, right? So this is what you want to practice always, right? Similarly, for an interrogative sentence with do, we place this word in the beginning of a sentence. We'll look at the examples so that you will understand it clearly, right? Do they do their homework? Do we do our homework? Do you do your homework? Do Jack and Rose do their homework, right? Do I do my homework? See, all the plural subjects and I along with, right? We said I has a special consideration, so that even in an interrogative sentence we will go for do with I, right? So all the plural subjects with do. We begin an interrogative sentence with do or does in simple present tense. So is that clear about affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences for you? Can I give you a worksheet on this? So here it is for you. And if you think you need any help, support from me, you could also put your answers there in the comment box so that I can help you with correct answers and maybe with the explanations.